hear that? I got a cold. I want to go out fishing, but I got a cold. All right, so there's still some trout around, right? December. I should be over in the marsh catching some trout. Maybe next weekend we'll get a chance to do that. Not this weekend. Gotta go back to bed. So I thought I'd do a year in review. Here's what we call out on Oak Island month by month this year. Best I could do. All right, I'm going to bed.
Hey, y'all. Come on out here, man. We're about to get this thing started. Y'all know how we do it out here, right? Where we going, man?
Well, I guess if we want to know if puffer likes squid, they do not seem to care if it's squid or shrimp. Matter of fact, catching two at a time. So I guess they like the squid. Oh, there you go. This guy's a little small. I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna wait for him to finish doing what he's doing there and see if he's big enough to keep or not. I might keep a couple of these because they're good eating. You know how you know if people like to eat them or not? I call them puffer. Puffer tastes delicious, but other people call them toads. And I'm not gonna eat a toad. So I think people who call them toads might just not like to eat them. Well, it's not a citation, but it's not a bad sized pompano right there. I don't know what that is, 11, 12 inches maybe? My foot? Yeah, nice. We'll take that. Just fishing the surf, got a little hole right here. Number 2 on the finger mullet. I didn't even get back to shore, and he was already on it after I casted it, so. All right, they're almost starting to get to the point where I can measure them. That's about 15 inches, so they're getting bigger. I'm gonna keep at it. But they love those finger mullet, man. I'm just putting them on a 5/0 hook and then sending it out. And as soon as I send it, was a little tricky right there. You can see the shark coming up. I kind of got to duck down and grab the rod. I need a mate. I need a first mate. So maybe next time I'll have to take someone out with me. There we go. So I got him anyway. Get him in the boat. Gonna make sure it's a sharp nose. Throw them up on the deck, and you can tell it's a sharp nose because they have the white spots on the side. So that is an Atlantic sharp nose, and it is a male because they have claspers on the bottom. That's how you can tell it's a male right there. And so I'm keeping him. So I'm gonna got a couple of nice blues. Here we go right here, pulling them out of the water. And it was hot, I'll tell you that much. It's been hot all week, but we didn't seem to mind the heat so much when you're pulling fish out of the water. So we were having a good time. And boat out there. So I told my wife, who was sitting on the sandbar, I said, watch my pole. You got to watch it for me. And then she's watching it. The next thing I know, she comes over to me. She got this 17-inch black drum. I was like, are you kidding me? So we decided to go to Fishy, but she stole my fish. So a little bit after that, my wife just put on a piece of frozen shrimp we bought at the beach pantry, and she cast it out on this little pen rod. I think it's a 2500 pen rod, and she lands this big blue, and it was giving her such a hard time. She actually it went for a run. She actually handed me the reel. She was like, you got to reel this thing in. I was like, all right. So I reeled it in for her, but she got it on the hook, so I got to give her credit. It turned out to be a red drum. Turned out to be 22-inch red drum. So I thought I was pretty happy with my 20-inch blue I caught before that, but she was real happy with the 22. Nice slot drum. That might make some fish tacos. I don't know. So here you go. Yeah, I was surprised on a little piece of shrimp. It looked like one circle hook. And this one felt bigger than the other one, and even the one that broke the double drop rig. This was the one. Look how rough the waves is, by the way. That's why I couldn't find any bait. It was just all broken up. But this fish is coming up. And he's coming up, and I'm like, I'm gonna get him on the shore, feeling pretty good. And I did. I landed him. So we go over and we take a look, and this guy is big enough to keep or not. You know what, that whole slot thing, 18 to 27, we're gonna need to measure them. My wife's like, you throw all the fish back. They're too small, they're too big. You gotta keep one of them. I also caught this guy on a piece of crab. I was throwing a piece of crab. I guess he lives down there in the rocks, and he's got snagged, but he got off. I didn't have to cut the line or anything. I went to get him off. So I guess big fish do like the sand fleas. All right, so I'm reeling it in. And I'm like thinking to myself, wow, how am I gonna get this? I don't have a net. I don't have anybody here to help me. The net was like up by the house, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get that. So I was just like, oh, and then I saw color. I was like, oh, it's a nice big. That's a black drum. That's like one of my wife's favorite fish. That pompano and red drum, 3 favorite fish. So I'm like, we're getting some fish tacos. If I can land this thing, I just pulled them up onto the dock, and I was like, yeah, this is a keeper. This is a nice fish right here. So I was like, yeah, big fish do like sand fleas. And there you go. I'm like, how big is this guy right here? Captain Josh came back from Florida. Here he is with his girlfriend Kellyanne, and she caught her first puffer, and she was totally excited about it. She just wanted to squish it. And I'm like, you gotta put the puffer. You either gotta eat it or put it back in the ocean. You can't sit there and squish it all day.
Y'all ready? Yeah. Now, here we go.
Deep fresh here in the state of